undefeated light heavyweight Mike Lee. A lot of people may know him, the star of the Subway commercials. Before we talk boxing, how much feedback you getting on that?
I get a lot of feedback, and most notably, I get a lot of crap from my friends. Obviously, they love it, and I'm a huge fan of the company and the commercials. But sometimes they make you say some corny things, and I mean that's what friends are for, to give you a hard time. But it's been a lot of great feedback. So
I mean, what's it actually done? You're appearing in commercials with guys like Ryan Howard, who are mega stars in their sport, guys like that. To be mentioned and seen alongside with them, what's that like?
It's amazing. Initially what happened was they put me in front of the camera and wanted to try me out, no guarantees, and I guess they thought I did a great job. I was a little bit nervous. I'd never done anything like that, but they tested the commercial, and I guess it tested through the roof, and they loved me on camera, so they were like, hey, let's put him in there. So it's pretty cool. Funny fact, though, I haven't even met those guys yet, which is interesting. A lot of people are like, oh, what's Ryan Howard like? What's Justin Tuck like? But we all did separate shoots, so I'll get to meet them hopefully in the future. But it's great. It's an honor to be standing next to great athletes like that.
All right, well, on to the day job now. This Saturday night, a big show here in New York City. What are your thoughts about fighting here at the Garden?
I'm excited. I might be more excited for this fight than a lot of my other fights, to be honest. I love New York. We got a lot of fans out here, great fight fans, and the Garden. I mean, everybody says it's the mecca of boxing, so it's a dream come true to fight there, and I feel terrific. I've been sparring with Kermit Cintron and down with Ronnie Shields in Mexico City, getting them ready for that fight last Saturday. So I've been training at high altitude, and coming back here, I feel great. I just did 10 rounds in the ring and felt like an animal, felt like nothing. So I'm ready to show people what I'm all about on Saturday.
You're still in your quote infant stage as a pro. You're still.
Sure.
How do you feel your progress is coming?
It's good. I just turned pro, and people need to realize that it's a slow, long process. And whoever they put in front of me, I'm fighting and I'm beating these guys, and I want to look good doing it. More importantly, but each fight we're working on something new and just building my technique and trying to relax more and all the important things. So, but I feel happy with the progress that Top Rank has had me at, and so. This year's been a great year for me.
There's been a lot of talk, especially in American boxing, about maybe the lack of ticket sellers, mega ticket sellers, or quote hometown heroes. You bring almost like a hometown hero aspect to wherever you fight because of the following you bring with Notre Dame and the Notre Dame alumni.
Yeah.
What's that like? You have people from all over the country just see you fight because of where you went to school, and you can slowly build that up even more.
It's great. I mean, listen, I think that anything that helps boxing, I'm for. And we've had a lot of people who come up to me after the fights and say, I'd never been to a professional boxing match before, and this is my first one. I'm hooked. So, if we can grab people who weren't normally boxing fans, I'm all for it. And, we've also had boxing fans who come up and say they like my style. I'm a guy who comes forward, and I'm an aggressive fighter. And, so I think I have a fan-friendly style, and that really helps.
You just had a fight South Bend. What was that? How was that like?
That was pretty incredible. It was a huge learning experience. I was the main event, only my 7th fight. And we had about 5,000 people there going crazy. So for me to get that experience to deal with that kind of pressure was huge. And in fact, I got knocked down. I got hit in the back of the head, and I showed people I can get right back up. And I ended up knocking him down and with a devastating body shot. And so it was a good step for my career.
When you get to that stage or get to that level, you thought about maybe when you hopefully get to maybe the HBO level or whatnot, maybe having a big fight there, and is the school been pretty receptive?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the event went great. It was the first time in Notre Dame history we had a professional boxing event, and it was all wrapped up into a charity. I personally donated the ticket sales to 2 charities that helped out kids, which was awesome. 2 charities I'm a big fan of. So, I know one day in the future I'll get my shot on HBO, and if we could convince them somehow to have it in Notre Dame, I mean, I'd be on board.
Maybe a night before pep rally too.
Yeah, you never know. Whatever gets the people out, to the fights, I'm all for it.
And you never know. You become world champion. That sport they play on Saturdays, they might not even care about that anymore.
I don't know about that. You got over 100 years of tradition, but I definitely like the fact that there are a lot of football fans that are now becoming boxing fans of mine.
That's great. Well, we'll see you on Saturday night. Best of luck.
Can't wait.
Thanks, man.